This week in wrestling
Oh
history,
shit.
cast your minds back
Oh
26
god.
years ago today to the pinnacle, the greatest moment in the history of professional wrestling, the greatest pay-per-view in the history of professional wrestling, Halloween Havoc, year of our Lord 1995. It had everything. It had monster trucks. It had the Big Show. It had Andre the Giant's shirt. It's a mummy.
Yes,
This
this
is
was the Monday.
WCW at its
Yeah.
best. Let me set the scene. So Kevin Sullivan and the Dungeon of Doom are at the pinnacle, their zenith of their feud with Hulk Hogan, and they are just, and Hulk Hogan is just running a roughshod through all these jobbers, and then Trevor, Kevin Sullivan unveils his biggest test for Hulk Hogan. He debuts the Giant, the son of Andre. And
Yep.
how do we know he's the son of Andre? Because
us.
he threw a frilly white shirt at Hulk Hogan and said,
Yep.
"You remember this, Hogan?" And Hogan's like, "I do, brother, I do."
It was
It was so
terrible.
great. It was so great. And
And
then,
he wore the imitation of Andre's singlet and everything.
yes. And then they challenge him to a match for Hogan's world title. It was going to be the Giant versus Hulk Hogan at the main event of Halloween Havoc 95. The Giant, who had never wrestled a match before. And on top of that, Trevor, the genius of WCW decides, let's not just have a match. We're also going to have a monster truck street fight at the top of the arena, which is the greatest idea in the history of wrestling. Fight me. So Hulk Hogan and the Giant are pitted next to each other on these monster trucks, fighting against each other on these monster trucks, which are tied together. And I'm pretty sure that's not how monster truck rallies work. That's not how demolition derbies work.
It was a monster truck tug of war. That's what
It was not a tug of war. It was like bad lucha. They're just leading each other like back and forth. Anyway, so Big Show loses. Hogan wins the monster truck rally, and then Big Show tries to attack Hogan. But then Hogan inadvertently throws him off the roof
Yes.
to the sea below to his death. And then Hogan, clad in black, on his way to the ring for the main event that nobody really believed was going to happen, because there's no way the Giant would survive a leap off of the top of Cobo Hall. There's no way any human could survive a leap that high into water. Surely he would have to be dead. Surely he would have to be done. But no, Trevor, this is WCW 95. As Hogan makes his way to the ring, Tony Schiavone, Eric Bischoff, Bobby Heenan on commentary, they don't know what's happening. They don't even think there's going to be a match. But then we have one of the greatest moments of the night, in a night full of great moments. The Big Show, who, again, fell to his death at the top of Cobo Hall, to the ground below, the water below, shows up, coming down the ramp after Hulk Hogan. Not a drop on him, not a scratch on him. And wrestles a match with Hogan. And at the end of the match, we get one of the most confusing moments ever. In order to make sure Hogan loses, Kevin Sullivan gets the Yeti.
The Yeti, yes.
Who was
The
frozen
Yeti.
for 1,000 years in a block of ice. And the
Who looks like a mummy.
The Yeti makes his way to the ring as as the Giant has Hogan in a bear hug and proceeds to do what I can only say in this moment as a sex of time with Hulk Hogan. And it culminated in one of the most expensive, useless, and overall terrible viewing experiences for the people at home and for WCW themselves. But for me, watching it some 20 plus years later, it is the greatest moment in Halloween Havoc history.
It is the worst moment. It was.
No, you
It was.
obviously just don't have good taste, sir. This is Eric Bischoff and Kevin Sullivan are geniuses. What do you mean? Look at this. Look at
This was. I remember watching this. I remember watching this crap.
Wait
I
for this
remember
next
watching-
one. Wait for this next one. This is what I was talking about when I said, "Look at that."
Sexy time, yes. Sexy time, yes. It. Oh God, it was. So I remember watching this. We got the pay-per-view, right? My brother's like, "Yeah,
Oh my God, you actually ordered this crap?
yeah, I believe we did, yeah." He's like, "Yeah, we'll watch this, blah, blah, blah. We're watching this crap." And dude, I'm sitting there watching this, and I'm young, so cars are and monster trucks are like cool. And I actually had the Hulk Hogan monster truck toy, unfortunately. Um, I'm sitting there, I'm like, I remember just looking at my grandfather. He's like, "What am I watching?
Oh God, family.
Like, what am I watching?" Like, it was bad. I mean, it was one of those things that was looked at as good back then, of course, but it was bad. And
Hey,
we're
this
not
was
going
not.
to
This
ignore the
was
fact
the.
that Hulk Hogan had a pasta shop. We're not going to ignore that. We're not.
You're right. He did in the front.
He had a pasta shop. And the Hulkamaniac, you know what it was called? Pasta Mania. That's what it was called.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm crying. I'm
For
crying.
all the viewers out there, this is not a lie. This is true. Back then, I think it was Mall of America, actually. Back then, Hulk Hogan had a restaurant that it was called Pasta Mania. I kid you not. It sold pasta, and it was absolutely horrible. I mean, not the fact that it tasted bad or anything, but it was just the media grab, the money grab. Oh, it was terrible.
I want you to understand, guys. Think about this. They had to hire a crane operator and rent a crane to get two life-size monster trucks onto the top of an arena in like Michigan. It was somewhere in Michigan. Onto the top of an arena. Not only that, but they had to get all of the pyrotechnics cleared, pay for the permits, They had pyrotechnics during this shit. It was. Eric Bischoff has the audacity to call out AEW for anything. Like, come on, dude. You have the audacity.
Right. Dude, and God bless him, because I loved Steve Michael and Michaels, but you have your commentating team is Mongo McMichaels. You and Bobby Brainhand, who rest in peace was amazing, and Pepe the Chihuahua.
Pep, don't you dare! No, we disagree with it. We disagree here. Look, Mongo, the commentator, was not great, but him holding Pepe every time it made his shitty commentary worth it. By the way, Mongo McMichael, he was. I stand by this. A lot of people disagree with me. I think he was a very underrated performer in the ring. I think when it came, he messed up some spots, but when it came down to wrestle, he had some really good matches.
He had some good matches.
Like, he could work. He works a lot better than some of the people in the ring these days.
I mean, that doesn't take much. But he was not the best.
Von Wagner. My name is Von Wagner. I will bag you.
He was not the best wrestler possible, and I wouldn't even put him in my top 15. But he was a good worker. He was. I will give him that. Good Lord.
No, I just need to see this one more. I need to just see this one more time. Just revel through the slideshow. Look at these monster trucks. Like I said, it's like these monster trucks are tied together, and the Big Show falls off. There's water below. You would think at least, and this is like not even that much longer. Okay, one, there's no scratch on him, right? Okay, so, all right, magic, cool, magic. But you're telling me there's not a drop on this dude when he comes out? Like, not a single solitary drop of water on this dude?
Not wet. He's not, he doesn't have any bruises. There's nothing wrong with this man.
And then this clown, like, you know what the original plan for this was, right?
What?
So he wasn't in the country yet. but this was supposed to be Giant Gonzalez. Like,
That's what I thought. Okay, that's what I thought.
so the plan was when his visa got cleared and all those issues got cleared, they were going to unwrap him on Nitro and have it be Giant Gonzalez and have him be like, you know, a face of fear in the Dungeon of
Right.
Doom, brother. Like, look at this. This is the pasta shop you were talking about. Look at this. Who menacingly drives a monster truck? This guy menacingly did a drive-by with a monster truck.
Yeah, and he rode over his motorcycle.
And he left his shirt. He was just like,
Yep.
You remember this shirt, Hogan? It was just a dirty shirt. It was like the fucking shit he had. It was the one that Andre wore on like the Princess Bride.
Oh shit. And this was during Dark Hulkamania, brother. This is when Hogan put in all black.
Hulkamania Black. Hulkamania
Jesus
Black.
Christ.
Hulkamania Black. Could you imagine? Jesus. Thanks for watching this video from Real Take Sports Talk. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Also remember to check out our live show every single Thursday at 8 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel. And remember, keep it real.